Be sure to order your copy of the Go-Go Offense by Coach Brennan Marion on footballgameplan.com/GoGoOffense. Coach Marion goes through the ins and outs of his explosive offense, one that's tearing up the college football field and putting a lot of points on the scoreboard. Again, you can order your copy at footballgameplan.com/GoGoOffense. Welcome to footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Emery Hunt, the czar of the playbook, bringing you another edition of 4 Downs with the Czar here at MetLife Stadium, where the New York Giants played host to the Washington Redskins, and the Giants came away victorious by the score of 24-3. Here are some of my quick takeaways from this ball game. Let's start with the Giants offense. Daniel Jones came back down to earth today, 2 interceptions on it. They did throw a touchdown on this side of the field in the flat to Wayne Gallman. His running ability once again was the main story as he extended plays, kept drives alive, and created opportunities for those receivers down the field. The running game was surprisingly productive even without Saquon Barkley. The first game without Saquon Barkley, you got a lot of Wayne Gallman, some Jonathan Hilliman as well were able to perform really well when they had the opportunity. Both guys put the ball on the ground. Obviously, that's something that they want to clean up. But the story today offensively was how well the offensive line did in pass pro. They gave Jones time in the pocket. He was subsequently able to find guys deep down the field. Moving over to the Redskins offense in this ball game, when you look at what Washington brings to the table, it's a lot of deep shots and 2 big opportunities they missed on this end of the field to Trey Quinn, who was wide open, running right down the seam. He didn't have any opportunity to catch the football as Case Keenum overthrew him, and that ineffectiveness subsequently led to them pulling Keenum out of the game and inputting the first-round pick Dwayne Haskins, who came in and drove the team down the field, got a field goal on this end of the field as well, but also threw 3 interceptions on the day. One wasn't his fault as it bounced off the hands of Vernon Davis, the tight end. So you saw him play well in spurts, but you saw him take a lot of sacks and also throw the 2 costly interceptions. So offensively for the Redskins, we're probably going to see Dwayne Haskins next week as the full-fledged starter. But one of the major concerns, in my opinion, is the lack of a running game for Washington, and that's something that has to get figured out as they move forward. Moving on to the Giants defense in this ball game, I thought this was also the biggest story of the day. The secondary played exceptionally well. You saw a ton of what I like to call coverage sacks, to where it forced Dwayne Haskins to hold the football a little bit long because no one was getting open deep down the field. Credit that Giants secondary. You saw interceptions by Janoris Jenkins. You also saw an interception of pick 6 by Jabril Peppers, who played a masterful game today. He had a big pass breakup in the end zone here that forced the field goal as opposed to a touchdown on Jeremy Sprinkle. He played great. They were able to move him all around the formation. He did a great job of taking away a lot of what they wanted to do in the passing game. So the Giants secondary really helped out their front as it allowed them the time to get back there and put Dwayne Haskins on the ground. So to me, the biggest difference in the game today for the Giants was the play of their defense, in particular their secondary. Moving on to the Redskins in this ball game, I thought they did well initially. They had 2 interceptions on Daniel Jones. Could have been 3, as Josh Norman made an acrobatic attempt to pick off a pass, but when he came down on the ground, he dropped the football. So the defense played well in spurts. The run game held in check without Saquon Barkley. Again, the running game was productive for the Giants, but it wasn't game-breaking. It wasn't damaging to them. So the Redskins defense played well enough. The offense just couldn't capitalize. So when you look at the overall effort of the defense, outside of a few plays, you have to give them credit for how they competed. The pass rush wasn't as consistent as you would like it to see or like it to be. So overall, there are some things where they have to get better and improve, but you like the effort that was shown out here today by the Redskins. They have some things to build on moving forward. They have to get better. The penalties is what really killed them. To me, that was something that I didn't expect to see from a Redskins defense. The amount of defensive holding penalties that happened in the first half that extended drives for the Giants helped them get momentum, helped them put the ball in the end zone or put points up on the board. So they have to clean up the mistakes, the mental mistakes that ultimately turn to physical mistakes against the Giants. Player of the game for the New York Giants, I'm going to give it to Jabril Peppers. Again, a move piece around that secondary, had a pick 6, which really broke this game open. I thought he was outstanding in coverage and also against the run. Player of the game for the Washington Redskins, I would probably give it to their defense because of how well they were able to pick off Daniel Jones, keep the running game sort of bottled up a little bit, but that's where I thought they had a lot of their success today was on defense and none on offense without Terry McLaurin back there at wide receiver. So big day for the Giants, move their record to 2-2 as they prepare for the Minnesota Vikings, who come here to MetLife next week. So that's it for Football Game Plan's 4 Downs with the Czar. I'm Emory Hunt, the Czar of the Playbook. Be sure to follow me on all of my social media accounts. And don't forget to check out and subscribe to the Football Game Plan Network located at youtube.com/Football Game Plan. Also, keep it locked to the Game Plus Network, as every Thursday night we have Football Game Plan's NFL All 32 show, where we break down every game on the NFL schedule. That's the Game Plus Network. Check your cable provider for channel listings.